I don't like vaginas. I would not wear one on my head. No offense to vaginas. They're not my thing.
I forgot. We did a whole thing. I don't much care for them either. No offense to those of you who care for them.
There's anything wrong with that.
Yeah, there's anything wrong with that. My father likes vaginas. Anyway, 2020.
We're shedding our masks and breaking down walls. Hell, we may even drop our drawers. That's right. We're going commando with Angela and Dana.
Hi, my name is Dana Sardano, and this is Angela DiMarco, and we are Going Commando. Going Commando is a little show that we put together because we understand the importance of authenticity, especially in a world today that it's all lies, I tell you. But we understand the importance of authenticity. We understand the importance of being true to who you are and bringing that to the world. And we do that every day. And we're hoping by doing so, we give you permission to do the same. And before I hand it over to Angela, I just want to do a shout out to my boy, barrymanilow. Happy birthday, June 17th. I love you so. This one's for you, Barry. This one's for you. Good morning, Miss Angela.
God. You know what? Do you know what?
Yeah.
I don't know when Eddie Vedder's birthday is. You're more
what
of a
kind of
dork
friend
than I am.
are you?
You're more of a dork than I am.
I happen to have my calendar that was gifted to me by Ms. Tara Goldring that has his birthday on the calendar. I'm a little put off because my birthday is next week, so it's exactly a week after his because we're a soul family. I'm a little put off that they didn't put my birthday on the calendar, but
how could that's an oversight? That's a pure oversight. Yeah, seriously.
I got to have my people talk to his people and get this straightened out. Morning, Miss Angela.
All right. Happy birthday. So you've got your kittens. My cats are causing havoc. So this should be interesting. But anyway, Good morning. Happy birthday, Barry. And to anybody else who happens to have a birthday this week in June. Yeah. Yes. Your birthday, your present, by the way, I was so good. I had to go get something done to your present. And I was so good because I went last week and they're like, you'll be ready in 2 weeks. And I'm like, no. She would be getting a delayed birthday present. But I really was good this time.
You know what I was thinking? I was thinking, all right. I'm going to be a total douche just for a second.
Oh, be a douche.
Just for a second.
What's changed?
Yeah, exactly. Right? But I had a thought this morning, and I'm really going to I know I'm going to tick people off, but I don't care. I have a thing about people who I haven't spoken to in a billion years who reach out to me on my birthday. Hey, happy birthday. Now, I get that that's what people do on social media, and I get that it is an act of kindness, but it feels so disingenuous to me. I have an issue with that. I'm always I get annoyed with it. It's just the way it is. If I know somebody and it's their Facebook birthday, I will reach out to them because I am in contact with whatever. I don't want to get all judgy on it, but it irks me. Pet peeve. So here is my request to anybody who's watching who might see my birthday pop up on June 24th and want to reach out to me. Here's what you can get me for my birthday. Any video that you see of mine posted, share it and wish me a happy birthday with the share. Hey, happy birthday, Dana Sardano, and share my post.
It's a great idea.
If you really give a shit enough to reach out, you'll give a shit enough to share my post. So it's out there. I said it.
I like it. That's a good one.
Off. I think so because I had a thought this morning because I get as my birthday starts to come up, I get anxiety over it almost because it irks me. It irks me because again, it's disingenuous. You see me out there every day, every single day, crickets, 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 crickets. And now it's my birthday and we're going to celebrate it. Save it.
Yeah. Or share it.
Or share it.
It makes sense. That makes sense. Birthdays, so funny birthdays at this age. It's do we celebrate them? It's the big deal. It's really not. I don't know. It's just funny. I guess.
Yeah. I think because we're old, because we had a lot of them. But I think the goal is to make every day feel like your birthday.
Yeah. Right.
That's the goal. We did some stuff with Rob for Father's Day and I kept forgetting it was Father's Day because we would have done everything that we were doing on another weekend. Right. I really do think that's the end game. Every day should feel like Christmas. Oh, here we go.
Oh.
Here we go. Dana needs a haircut. But I did a podcast once. She was talking to me and I'm all like,
I remember.
What are you doing?
I know. You're like, I don't know. It's just driving me crazy. I'm sorry.
Leave me down. But yeah, that should really be the goal. Every day should be as if it is. So you know how they say, you've done that. Wear the perfume. Just wear the perfume.
I wear my expensive perfume every day. Every day.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if I'm staying in the house or not taking a shower. I put a little squirt of that Chanel on every day because it makes me feel good.
Yeah, because it makes you feel good.
Yep.
So it would be great if we did things every day that made us feel good. Whatever we can, what can I do in this moment? But whatever we could do to make us feel good. And then the birthday is nice. Yay, it's my birthday. But yesterday was just as cool. And so will tomorrow be because, every day's a party. So
I agree. Okay. So let's get into what we're talking about this week, for the nice people.
Oh, yeah. Why are we here? So today's topic is, I have it written down right here. I've got the power. I release the need to control. Mm-hmm. And this.
Skin kinda hectic. Skin kinda hectic. Sorry.
Oh, no, I was just waiting for you to finish. That's what she said. But the subject matter is the subject in the book, the chapter in the book really talks about our solar plexus chakra and how it's all about our identity, our feelings of worthiness, self-esteem, and understanding that about ourselves and bringing it into balance. And when we bring ourselves into balance, we no longer need to try to control our external circumstances.
It's so good. It's so good.
It's a good one.
And just for the newbies who may be listening, the book Dana is referring to.
I'm listening.
You're so classy.
So pretty.
We're so pretty. Sponsor us. No. So Dana wrote a book. It's the third book in the 10 Rex trilogy, and it's called You Cracked the Code, The Woo Is You. And it's really for the people who are not fucking around anymore. You're like ready to level up. You've done some self-awareness stuff. You know that there's stuff to always look at, but this goes really deep. And so this season, we're talking about kind of concepts throughout the book, just to help people. If you want to follow along, go to phenom-publishing.com, grab yourself a copy. It's an ebook. It's a paperback. It's an audiobook, which is coming soon. The audiobook is in review. But there's many ways that you can, work with this content and stuff. But that's why we're doing this show, is to really go into the concepts that we have in all of our books at Phenom. And this is just a spectacular one. And it brings up a lot of shit and it makes you grumpy because you're like dealing with a lot of shit and you're getting all these fucking awarenesses and you're just like waking up being like, fuck, more shit to work on. Sorry. This is coming off the heels of me having more shit to work on. I digress.
It's really something though, but it's really, really something. And I want to hear about the shit that you have to work on, but I just want to just address what's going on in the world. Like, because we'll talk about the macrocosm, we'll bring it back to the microcosm. I enjoy a good social media reel scroll, right? And seeing what's going on in the world and different people's perspectives and stuff like that and like what matters to people. And I get that what's going on in the world is fucking crazy. Like the end of days shit. Like, and it's not just one arena. It's like everywhere, right? It's politics, it's Hollywood, it's medicine, it's all of these things. But what I'm seeing is so much noise being made at external circumstances, at things that are beyond people's control, and people don't realize, but it's their imbalances. It's the parts of them that need to be looked at and need to be addressed and brought back into balance. It's those vulnerabilities that are making that so scary. Because that is what it is. But if you're well, happy and whole, that's not going to affect you. You'll be able to see it. You'll be able to recognize it for what it is. You'll be able to have compassion for it. But until this is healed or balanced, this then becomes a part, it exacerbates your own trauma. So that's why these books that we talk about and these subjects that we talk about are so important, because I'm always like, bring it back to the self, bring it back to the self. And it sounds so selfish. And it is. And that's not a bad thing. And so just for those of you who may just be, popping in for the first time or, don't really know much about our backstories, Angela and I are like personal growth warriors. And, I've been doing this, I would say a little bit longer. So sometimes I sit on my hilltop
Fucking
filing
asshole.
my nails, drinking my coffee, watching her with her backpack and her walking stick. Like, what the fuck? I'm like, come on, there's poppies up here. It's cool. There's a stream. Come on, your mother. And that's where she is right now. She's found herself where she can see me, but she's got one foot and stuck in like a mud pit. So that's why I chuckle when you're like, I had an awareness this weekend. And I'm like,
I know, you dick. I know. And I know you're doing it out of love. And just to, I want to do like a case in point of the macrocosm and how it affects us, right? So there was a point when you and I first reconnected back in 2020. So COVID and Trump and all the fucking stuff back in 2020. We all know what 2020 looked like for everybody. Yeah. I was really entrenched in that world. I was like hardcore liberal. I was fighting for the man. I was angry at the things I couldn't control.
Your vagina hats? Did you wear a vagina hat and hold up a sign?
No, I definitely did not do that.
Okay. I see you with a little crocheted vagina hat. Anyway, continue.
I don't even know what that means, but
okay, whatever. It was
we've covered this in other episodes, Dana. I don't like vaginas. I would not wear one on my head. No offense to vaginas. They're not my thing. I forgot.
We did a whole thing. I don't much care for them either. No offense to those of you who care for them.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. My father likes vaginas. Anyway, 2020.
Because I was so not aligned and so not in balance with myself. And now in 2025, 5 years later, it's been like this 5-year reckoning of my life. I know the things that are going on. I have compassion for the things going on in the world, but none of it is scary to me. Because I'm okay. I know that I will be okay. I know my family, my world will be okay. My microcosm will be okay no matter what. And so I can hear the things happening and all around the world with politics and bullshit and whatever. And it doesn't freak me out because it's just, there's no way we could do anything about it anyway. So it's not going to tap into the fears that I have. I mean, I just wanted to say that there is like the other side of all of it, like the being entrenched and being like upset about what's going on and I get it. If you have connections, like if you have some of those connections in an area that's being affected, of course we're not saying that, but in my particular world, in my little tiny, tiny, tiny world, nobody is being affected right now.
Yeah, I want to add a piece to that because I could already hear the argument when you're like, there's nothing we could do about it. And the argument would be, of course, you have to say something. You have to make noise. You have to get out there. You have to protest. You have to protest what you don't want. Otherwise, you're not going to affect change. I hear that argument. I personally don't feel called to that because of where I am and who I am and stuff like that. But I also come from the belief and the understanding that rather than fight against what you don't want, you become what you do want. Mm-hmm. And if everybody who is because when you fight against what you don't want, you just make more of what you don't want because there's a fight involved. But if I don't want this and I say I want this and I do this and every single person that wants this does this, now this ceases to exist because all of us are doing this thing that we want. Right. And so I believe that a lot of the fight, not all of it, because there are people that have to break systems, break cycles. Everybody's got their role in all of this. But many of us, the vast majority, I would say, that are out there fighting for something, they are fighting a fight of their own vulnerabilities, their own disempowerment, their own unworthiness, their own insecurity. They're fighting that fight through this fabricated monster, whatever that is. Whatever that is. So I just wanted to clarify because I could hear the argument already.
Yeah, no, and I'm so far removed from all of it. You know what I mean? Yeah. And again, I'm the same way. I'm not called to protest. I'm not called to be on the front lines of things. There are people that have that, and we need those people, right?
Yeah. They got to break it down so we can build it up.
That's their job. But my role, your role is a little bit different. We're here to be on the other side. Like, okay, let's get this together. We got you. Yeah. We're more on the positive side. We're more on the the aftermath, the pick up the pieces, the help you rise,
the build
from the ashes. Build. Yes, that's really what we would do. And I don't feel any shame for not feeling that passion for protesting. That's not who I am.
Yeah. And most of the regular everyday guy, you know what I mean? Like just a regular person going to work, having a family, living their lives, binging Netflix, like just a regular day guy feels so disempowered because there really is nothing that they can do.
Right.
So then there is this bottled up anger that exacerbates the disempowerment, and there's all that. And you're the people we're talking to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You want to feel better, and you can't change policy, and you can't get out there, and it exacerbates whatever's going on with you. Straighten out what's going on with you, and you will at least feel different about what's going on.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Say about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's talk about yours.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Commando. Okay. So I realized last night that I self-sabotage when I don't. This is an old coping mechanism, right? So if I have an understanding of, let's just say that there's a relationship, right? And it's not meeting my needs on a couple different levels, not for any blame, not for any about the person. It's just circumstance and whatever, it's just not meeting my needs. And instead of me just standing in that truth and making decisions based on that truth, I realized last night that my go-to is to fabricate scenarios so they could become the reason why I can't be a part of the relationship anymore. So I can give myself a scapegoat, and I don't want to do that. That's not fair to the other person, right? And what I have to do is I have the awareness that I'm doing this. I create these scenarios in my head. I get upset, and then I'm like, well, I just won't do this anymore then because they supposedly did that, but they didn't do anything, Yep. And it's really just because I have a hard time sticking to my boundaries. Why am I not worthy to have the things that I want? Why is it hard to walk away? And so I do that.
Yeah. So there's that. Well, I'm sitting here. I'm holding space for you, Angela.
And you're fucking smiling while I'm saying this, and I'm like, fuck you.
Here's the thing. Because the first part is recognizing, I do this thing. I avoid what's really happening. So I do this thing where I create a scenario so it's somebody else's fault, which is very immature developmentally. Mm-hmm. Like you probably started doing that at like whatever age, you know what I mean? Yeah. So you've utilized this. It's matured with you to some degree, but you've utilized this with different relationships. So you have created this thing where, because you didn't have the ability at this age to understand these things, you just went to that coping mechanism. So you carried it with you. And now at the tender age of 51, not yet, soon to be, but then we'll say at the tender age of 50, now you understand and you have the ability to go, wait a minute, this is a coping mechanism that no longer works for me. This is something that reflects the maturity of, I'm going to make up a year, of a 7-year-old.
Facts.
Okay. It reflects the maturity of a 7-year-old. And I no longer do that. So now this is the fun part. This is the challenging part. Now I have to, because I recognize I do that. And you touched on it a little bit, what you just said. Now, because it's difficult for me to hold the boundaries of what I want. Because even though I say I feel worth, tell me when you want me to stop.
Keep going. What the fuck? Guys, this is called a Dana Sardano twat punch. So enjoy. Grab your fucking popcorn.
I'll stop. Do you want me to stop?
No. Okay. Are you kidding? I get this fucking for free. Are you kidding me? People got to pay money for this kind of guidance.
Go to my website. Buy it out. But although I say, because I've done things in my life that have got me to a level that I recognize my worthiness. So although I say I am worthy of this, that, the other, there is a part of me that still carries a little bit of fear and disbelief or lack of faith that I can have what I want based on what I say, mental stuff, what I believe my worthiness is. But my actions still coincide with something or somebody that fears I'll never have. Because I'm still entertaining this and not having the self-control or the commitment to self of that I say I want this, I'm still doing this, and I keep changing the boundaries, keep changing the parameters of it, keep restyling it, rebranding it, if you will. Yeah. I'm like, oh no, we're going to call it this. And no, you did it with the one before this one too. We're going to make it, we're going to say it's this. And at the end of the day, you're doing yourself a disservice because you know you truly ultimately want this. And deep down, and not because I've said it 100 times. Sorry. Stop. Sorry. Deep
For those
down,
listening, I'm holding my middle finger up today now.
No, but deep down, you know, deep down that I'm doing this because it feels good in the moment. But if I want the second marshmallow, the whole marshmallow experiment, look it up. First marshmallow is immediate satisfaction. Second marshmallow is holding out for gratification. If I really want that second marshmallow, I have to give up that one marshmallow, even if it doesn't feel good in the moment. But in those moments of discomfort, that's where I really do the work of being comfortable with who I am, where I am, in my own personal sovereignty. So when I'm ready for that second marshmallow, I stand strong. You know all this intellectually. It's so hard to execute. And that is why this podcast, that is why the books that we write, that is why every single thing that we do is so important, because we live this. This isn't like, we're not Oprah. We're not the guru on the mountaintop, spewing out catchphrases. You know what I mean? So see, believe, put it on your vision board. No, it's recognizing where you're fucking it up and sitting in the shit and unfucking it up so it could be less fucked up moving down the line.
Yeah. Fucking Confucius says.
Listen, they don't get any more fucking erudite than this. But seriously, Angela, you know this to be true. And it's what I love about you so much, and what I love about our relationship so much is, even though I say things, even though like I do, like when you're like looking over there, right when they're getting, and you're like, yeah, I'm over here, and I'm like, okay, and then I pull back. Like I'm definitely like a boxer in the ring. Like I used to get in there and fucking ground and pound. You know what I mean? But I don't ground and pound anymore. Now they're total sucker punches. You're like, hey, look what I bought. I'm like, oh, I get you right in the rib cage. So I've been given these little jabs, but all of us, but I'm watching you do it, have to have the experiences. You had to have the experience with this guy's predecessor, right? And his and so on, and tell two friends, whatever. But you had to have these experiences so you could apply what I joke that you're ignoring, but it swims around and you're like, oh, that makes sense. And then you apply it. And now you're in a situation again where you're resisting and you're kind of dancing around the ring. You're resisting it, but you see it. You get it. And now is where the hard work happens, because now you have to put it into action and be strong and commit to yourself and truly have faith in yourself and have faith in what's to come. All of those things. I will stop talking now.
Okay. No. Okay. No, it's true. I didn't realize that I was doing this, obviously. You know what I mean? Like, I know that like when it was extreme with the predecessor, I knew I was doing it. I was like, let me just get past those red flags. Like I knew they were all there and stuff like that. And this is a different situation because this is more about, not about my expectations on the other person. This is just strictly about my needs and what I want and what I really, really, truly want. And it's not like my predecessor. He's not the person I need him to be. I wish it was this. I'm going to pretend he's something else. I'm going to ignore it. That had nothing to do with that. Right. So I learned that, which was really a big one because that was the one before. But this time, this is totally about me because now I know me. And now I know what I want. I know what I'm like. I've put my order in, and it's just, for me, it's like, I let myself get to a situation where I'm not getting all of the things on my order.
Yeah.
and it's to nobody's fault. It's just me.
No.
It's not like, this is not, cause he's probably going to watch the episode. So I don't want to think that I'm sitting here like bashing him because it's nothing to do with him, but it's just now I'm like, oh man, like I went to the restaurant, I ordered the steak, I ordered this, like the spinach, and the steak was like, well done. And they gave me, Brussels sprouts, which I like, but it was different. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't what I ordered.
Yeah, but wait, it's a little bit more like you ordered your steak, you ordered everything that you wanted. They accidentally brought you somebody else's meal, and you were like, all right. And then when yours came out, you were kind of full. You didn't have, you ready? You're going to want to punch me for this. You didn't have the room. You didn't make the room for what you wanted because you settled for something that was good. Again, no disrespect. I think you're awesome. I don't even know you, but I've heard enough. But you no longer have the room for what you truly wanted. It's like when you go out to dinner with somebody and you ate a couple hours before, you're not really excited for the meal and you're not ready for the meal because you're not really that hungry.
Yeah.
You've got to be hungry in order to truly appreciate being sated. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if you're snacking, then you're not going to have room for what you really want. Snacking.
I mean, that's a really good way to put it. I like that actually, because that's what it is. It's a snacky.
Snacky. And snackies are good if you're not about to go out to dinner.
Right. And my whole thing is about going out to dinner. It's not.
You want to go out to dinner?
I don't want just snackies.
No snackies.
Can't sustain life on snackies.
No.
A 3-course meal. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay.
Oh, my God.
Right. Well, thank you for the intuitive guidance and the twat punch. And yeah, no, dude, that makes sense. And I actually like the way it's put with the meal because that makes a lot of sense, you know? All right. So let me say something that makes me feel good. I'm going to switch gears completely. Okay.
Okay.
All right, everybody. I just re-released the second edition of my book, my first book, Uniquely You, Update 52, The Birth of a Bright-Eyed Entrepreneur. It was from a reflection of Dana and I starting our business together, really just sort of like from my eyes. And it wasn't just about becoming a new entrepreneur, but it was about the trials and tribulations and the falling on my face and being honest about it and being fully out there and all the personal growth that I had over those 2 years of that book. And so I look back on it and now with different eyes and I'm like, oh, if I could tell me then what I know now kind of thing, you know? So I added a love letter to the new entrepreneur in the beginning, and it's really sweet. And, so go to phenom-publishing.com and pick up that copy. It's a quick read. Trust me, it's not high literature. But it's really cool. Like if you know anybody that's starting a business or has been in the trenches and is like a mom and pop shop kind of thing and just wants to feel some camaraderie, it's very lonely being a founder because you don't know who you can trust, and you put your trust in people that you think you can trust, and then they don't show up for you the way you need them to, and you learn a lot.
Yeah.
So, so go do that. Please.
Buy now.
For my 3-course meal.
For Angela's birthday. Angela's birthday's in August. For Angela's birthday, feel free to go pick up her book. For mine, share my videos. We're all good.
We don't ask for much, guys. We don't ask for much. Maybe we need to start asking for more.
Right. Or at least declaring what we want. And that's what you're starting to do, which is really good.
Yeah. All right. Well, with that little segment, I'm going to say goodbye to you guys. Again, go to phenom-publishing.com, subscribe to the Phenom Readers Club. We send 2 newsletters out every month, emails, cost you nothing. We would love to have you guys be a part of what's going on. Dana will do some editorial stuff. And we just kind of have offers and things on our books that we give exclusively to the Readers Club. So join us on this journey. I'm feeling defeated, so I'm going to go. Stay fresh, cheese bags. Dana's going to do her nugs now.
Angela, I'm saying this. This is my nug, but I'm saying this to you. You know, there's no need to feel defeated because change is inevitable. That truly, it's the only constant. Change is inevitable. And when you come to realize that everything is constantly changing, 2 things happen. One is that when you're in those moments when you're with your children, those moments when you're comfortable in your body, those moments when the perfect song came on, those moments, then you have to sit and be in those moments and revel in them because change is coming. So be in those moments and really, truly appreciate what you have when you have it. Now, when those moments totally suck, the beauty of change is knowing that those moments are fleeting too. But you have to be in those moments also. And you have to feel the suck. That's what she said. You have to feel the suck and you have to immerse yourself and take what you can from it and then let that go too. Change is inevitable. Be in the moments. Thanks for listening and stay fresh, cheese bags.
Thanks for watching this episode of Going Commando with Angela and Dana, brought to you by Phenom Publishing.